So a lot of voters are really concerned. Are we going to be voting for someone who's in prison at the time of the election? What are the chances of that?
Yeah, I think it's actually highly unlikely. I'm sure there are many people on the left that sort of fantasize about this, and they'd like to see, nothing more than that. But the issue really is that with this ruling on presidential immunity in the Supreme Court, this has created federal questions, very directly with respect to any of these cases that even tangentially involve official acts by President Trump. And so in the New York case, for example, while it was not official acts that were at issue in terms of the direct conduct involved in the allegations, there was evidence of official acts that was introduced at trial, 6 categories of official acts that were introduced as evidence. And the Supreme Court's ruling makes very clear that that is also prohibited with respect to presidential immunity. So I think that Judge Merchan should stay this until after the election. He probably won't stay the sentencing, but then I think the U.S. Supreme Court is going to step in and make sure that President Trump is out on the campaign trail.
Is it more likely, final question, that he would go to jail in between being elected and then being inaugurated?
Well, I think that would create a constitutional crisis like this country has never seen before, and that time frame is already likely to be a real powder keg after this election, which I think by all accounts is going to be pretty close. So I think that what's going to happen, practically speaking, is that if the U.S. Supreme Court has to, if it looks like the New York courts are going to attempt to throw President Trump in jail, I believe that the U.S. Supreme Court will need to step in and will need to, stay either the sentencing or stay the service of any jail time until after inauguration. And at that point, the constitutional issues of the president needing to be the chief executive will kick in.